Welcome into First Take on this Feel Good Friday. I am here with two Scrooges. One is to my left. His name's Max Kellerman.
I've been in a bad mood this morning.
You are. You're cranky. Yeah. We'll get into why. The other one is to my right, virtually, Stephen A. Smith. Hopefully, Donovan McNabb will be in good holiday spirits. Good morning, Donovan.
Good morning, everyone, and I definitely am. Thank you.
Thank you.
The last guy I wanted to see this morning.
Yeah.
What you smiling about, Donovan? I mean, what you smiling about, Donovan? What you cheesed it for? I mean, what's that about? You don't play for the Eagles no more. I mean, what's your issue?
I mean, I'm retired there. The numbers in the rafters. You've seen my numbers. You know, Google me if you don't know who I am at this particular point.
He meant Google me.
That's right.
Sir.
Google me, baby. Google me.
Oh, bringing it. Can we do this? Let's do this.
Well, go ahead, Molly.
Okay.
Nobody's stopping you, Captain
sweetie.
of the ship,
Okay.
Molly Wood.
It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Then this happened last night in Philly. Eli Manning threw the ball 63 times. No active quarterback has ever won a game when throwing more than 60 passes. New York went 1 for 5 in the red zone. Eli threw 3 picks. The G-men had the chance to clinch a playoff berth. Instead, the Cowboys clinched home field and a bye. Eli has the most turnovers in the league since 2012 with 101 turnovers, followed by Philip Rivers and Drew Brees. Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about the former Mr. Fourth Quarter?
No, not at all. And by the way, he throws picks because he's not worried about losing. Eli's not scared, so he throws some picks. And this is, first of all, let me just say, before we rush past this, remember yesterday when I told everybody, when I told everybody that Lane Johnson coming back is a problem for the Giants? He's the tipping point for the Eagles because then they'll be able to run the ball and that'll set up the pass and that gets the defense off the field and all those things. Remember when I said how tough the Eagles play the Giants? And I said that this is I hate this game for the Giants, and I was roundly mocked on this show. Does everyone remember that?
Yeah.
And then Lane Johnson blocks for the run all the way down the field, and they score that first touchdown of the game, and they wind up winning by 1 score. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Good?
Yeah.
Props,
you won.
Thank you. Thank you
props
very
to
much.
Max.
I know Stephen A. won't give me any props, but at least Molly will.
Lane Johnson haunting me because of you now.
Now, let's get to Eli in the game. Here's the problem. The Eagles didn't have to blitz. They could drop everyone into coverage because you don't have to blitz the Giants because they don't have an offensive line. And what that means is there's better pass protection for teams who do that. And Giants still can't run the ball anyway. And when you can't run the ball, you can take the ball down the field, but then in the red zone, you don't score touchdowns, you kick field goals. The Eagles exploited this in the Giants. It will be an ongoing problem in the playoffs, particularly when they didn't have Janoris Jenkins yesterday, so the secondary was not quite what it had been in the past. The Giants are a flawed team. The O-line is a problem. The running game is a problem. That's why Eli had to throw so much, obviously. However, the Giants are a live dog in these playoffs coming up, assuming they get in, which is still not guaranteed, but very likely. They've beaten the Cowboys twice on the road and at home. We all know that in recent years they match up very well with the Patriots, should it come to that. The Giants are a live dog in these playoffs, and I'm not worried about Eli Manning one bit.
Well, first of all, let me address Prophet Kellerman here because he wants so much credit. He was talking about he was worried about the Eagles because of Lane Johnson. He never said we were worried about the Eagles because of Eli Manning. I mean, far be it for me to forget the fact that this dude is an interception waiting to happen from time to time during the regular season. How the hell am I supposed to assume that he's going to throw a pick six? How the hell am I supposed to assume that he's going to throw Odell Beckham Jr. on at least 3 occasions, including that last drive where it was a touchdown right there for Odell Beckham Jr. and he overthrew him before throwing the damn interception.
I'm going to take my ball and go home right now.
And so when I look at it from that perspective, listen, I don't really have much to say. Give Max Kellerman his due. It's a rare moment. He started July 25th. This is the first day it happens right before Christmas. Christmas has arrived. Congratulations. You want a cookie? It's yours.
Wrap it up
you thought that the
want.
Giants would even though you picked the Giants to win and they lost, you said it was going to be, but you were worried. I'll give you credit because you were right to be worried. So be it. What you need to be concerned about now is the fact that Eli Manning shows that he could end up being the Achilles heel for this team. This is not the same Eli from 5 years ago. This is not the same Eli from 2007. It is quite possible, if not likely, that Eli Manning just may not be what he used to be, and that in and of itself spells trouble for the New York Giants more so than anything else. Prophet Kellerman.
Well, let me chime in on that as well. When I look at Eli Manning, the thing that I go back to while I played against Eli was I know that he would turn the ball over. But what you have to do as a defense, you have to catch the football. Now, Eli Manning's a guy who's going to take chances, a la Tony Romo, same type of quarterback. In the fourth quarter, you know you're just going to have to give him a chance, but you have to take full advantage of it. When I watch this game, I don't blame the offensive line. I blame the decision-making of Eli Manning and also Coach McAdoo. What I've seen from the offense, they were able to run the football in this particular game, but they abandoned the run and went to the pass. And when you do that and throw 63 passes, yeah, your quarterback's going to turn the football over. I understand. In third and fourth down in that last quarter, he was going to go to Odell Beckham. Not only did I know that, but also the Philadelphia Eagles knew that. So what did they do? They doubled and triple teamed him and forced him to go somewhere else. Go to Shepard, which I think Shepard is a guy that deserves a little bit more credit than they give him, and try to force the ball elsewhere. Then you go to Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz catches the ball and falls down. Now, as a receiver, it's about yards after catch. I need you to catch the ball and pick up many yards. Don't fall down. The offensive line did a fairly decent job. Now, Eli Manning is a guy, every year he throws double digits interceptions. You know that, Max, just like all the Giants fans know that. But what you're hoping for, just like everybody else that wears the blue and red underwear with the Giants written on the side,
how did you know?
You have to understand that if you get late in situations like this, Eli is not going to win the game for you. This isn't the playoffs and this isn't the Super Bowl. Yeah, we keep harping on his 2 Super Bowl wins.
MVPs.
But you have to be able to be successful in the regular season to get there. We can continue to ride the defense until we get in the playoffs, and then you play well in the playoffs. But if you don't win in the regular season and play well, you're not going to get there.
Donovan, if Eli lets you borrow one of his Super Bowl rings just for like a day or something, would that make it a little bit better?
Wow.
Hating on
Why
my guy.
are you being disrespectful?
Once again, Max. No, that's okay, Stephen A. Once again, Max, Google me if you need to know more about what I do in the regular season and also the playoffs. We can talk about 2 years that he had throughout his career, but when you throw double-digit interceptions each and every year.
Donovan,
hey,
Justin Tuck had a bad hammy. That's why you got away that day.
Bad hammy, bad neck, bad shoulder. I don't care. Hey, I was able to slither through not only Justin Tuck, but everybody else. Google me, Max.
Listen, Eli throws interceptions, you're right. Because he's not scared, and sometimes he will turn the ball over. That is true. He did it yesterday, and he missed Odell in the end zone, which should have won. And by the way, Shepard didn't get the holding call against him that was obvious, and maybe that changes the game, whatever. But the bottom line is, on a day where early on especially, it didn't look like it could be going any worse for the Giants, there was Eli and Big Blue at the end of the game with a chance to win. If you were an Eagles fan watching that game and for whatever reason this win was important to you, especially since they don't have their draft pick, so losing doesn't really help their position in the draft, and Eagles fans want some momentum. Let's beat the Giants. Let's beat the Cowboys. So if this win was important to you as an Eagles fan, and I think it probably was, rivalry game, you had to be nervous at the end of that game. You had to be thinking, damn, Eli Manning with a chance to throw the Giants to the win right here. Now, he turned it over. That will happen when you're not afraid to lose, but it also gives you a chance to win. And were this a playoff game, I just had the feeling it would have gone differently. He rises to the occasion in the playoffs.
Yeah, but Max, also you can look at it, this could have been a trap game for him. You know, Eli didn't play well against the Dallas Cowboys, where he could have thrown 3 interceptions in that particular game, too. So these last 5 games haven't been, quite as what Eli is used to or what he was expecting, especially trying to put your team in a playoff contention. One thing you have to understand as a football team, you have to go in with momentum. And the Giants really don't have momentum when it comes to the offensive side. Yeah, you take away the explosive play by Odell Beckham against the Dallas Cowboys, and what do? You see a methodical offense that's not very successful moving the chains and being able to get in the end zone. And it really is a telling tale of what happened against the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, the Philadelphia Eagles, you can say whatever you want about them this year, but one thing you will know is they will fight, and especially playing against the New York Giants, a rival game at home. They're going to truly respect their home territory. But it seemed to me like the Giants came in, thought it was going to be an easy game, and the Eagles were going to lay down.
Listen, fly,
and what happened at the end.
A good friend of mine is an Eagles fan. I get the same text every damn time these two teams play. Why can't all our games be against the Giants? I mean, this is just some teams got other teams' numbers.
That should tell you something. That should tell you something right there, Max. The Giants weren't ready to play. They all came in dressed in white like they were going to a puffy all-white party at the Hamptons.
What you know about the all-white party, Donovan?
Yeah, buddy. All right, my Christmas wish, Damon Harrison, Janoris Jenkins, get well soon. So with the Giants loss, the Cowboys clinched the division and the 1 seed in the playoffs. So with nothing really to play for in their next 2 games, should